Good morning, everybody. Summer's here, full and wonderful. People are complaining of the heat. I love it. And I love summer. It means barbecue. And that's why Nick O'Sullivan, who you all know, I adore Brothers BBQ. What better thing than not to heat up your house and have Brothers BBQ? Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Gabby. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. Yeah,
Good.
we're just gearing up for our busiest week of the year with 4th of July coming up.
Oh, you are open, I assume.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's also it happens to be on a Thursday this year, which is our rib night. So
Oh,
we are going to have discounted ribs, beef ribs, and pork ribs on the 4th of July this year. So we expect to be
well,
real.
I may, hmm, I'm dead serious. I may have to make another order, even though our HOA party here is all catered by you on the 7th, on that Sunday. And
That's,
I told you the count we thought was going to be low, and it keeps going up when they heard, oh, Brothers BBQ. So tell a little bit about Brothers, what it is, and then we'll go into all that.
yeah. We're just a locally owned little company that started out right here in Denver on the corner of Monaco and Leedsdale back in February 5th of 1998. 26 and a half years or so now. And it's owned by me and my brother still. We haven't done any like franchising or anything like that. They're all company owned. And we're just local to Colorado. We're as far north as Fort Collins now. We opened up a location there a couple years ago. We're as far south as the Denver Tech Center off of Arapahoe and I-25. We have a store in Broomfield and one in Lakewood. And we just got reopened at Denver International Airport um, at gate A73. So there's us, and there's a Breckenridge Brewery bar and a Snarf sandwich shop all right there.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it's been fun to get reopened with all the construction and everything there. It was temporarily closed for a couple of years, I think now.
Yeah, that was a big tip.
Yeah. But the good news is they said that we'll be out there for the next 10 years now. They've renewed our contract. So that's exciting for us as a company. And um, one of the other fun parts about the airport reopening is that we now sell Nuggs ice cream, which is our other company, which is just one location. We have Nuggs ice cream is located on Colfax and Fairfax, right across from Marzix on East Colfax between Colorado Boulevard and Monaco Parkway. And it's all homemade in-house with local dairies and really good, just we put a lot of love into our ice cream and it's
Well,
a lot of fun doing that.
I said, please mention it because it is incredible. And the gentleman I was with says by far he's tested all the best. He's addicted to your strawberry. He
All
says
right.
the little bits in there are awesome. I adore coffee ice cream and can't even find it half the time. And it is wonderful, but your ice cream is so creamy.
Yeah. Yeah, we we I think one of the secrets of making ice cream is not spinning it too fast. So ours is closer to, a gelato than like a really cheap ice
Yeah,
cream where they add a bunch of air. You ever get cheap ice cream and put it on your kitchen counter and it melts and it's like 2 inches of liquid at the bottom?
right.
And that's because it's mostly air. But if you get like a slice of gelato and put it on your counter, it doesn't lose much volume.
Well, I
So
don't think I'm doing that, but I'll take your word.
but that's what we try and do. It's a premium ice cream. We don't cut any corners. We have our most popular flavor is called the double stuffed Oreos and the double stuffed cookies and cream. And we actually go and buy double stuffed Oreos and put those into the ice cream. And we
Oh,
add so many cookies that the ice cream looks like it's chocolate, but it's actually vanilla based.
oh wow. I'll try it, but it's hard to give up an addiction to your favorite.
Yeah, and the coffee we use Pablo's coffee for that, which is a local company. So we try and support local dairies, local other companies where we can when we source our ingredients and stuff like that. So it's been a really fun project for us, and we just celebrated 10 years of Nugs ice cream, which
No,
is crazy.
you did.
Yeah, yeah, we opened 2014. I opened it
Oh, God.
shortly after my oldest daughter was born. So it's kind of, I can always remember how old Nugs is by how old Sadie is. So she just turned 10 in January, and Nugs turned 10 in May.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That just blows my mind. Well, how
Yeah,
old is Brothers now?
26 years.
Oh, you all were babies on the
I
street.
know. Yeah. Yeah, I was
And,
20. My brother was 22 the day we opened.
oh, okay, now I know how old you are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
47.
probably at least 17, but that's okay. And you keep the same consistent food all the time.
Yeah, I think that's really important, especially with multiple locations. It's just over the years we've learned different ways to ensure consistency. Our focus whenever we talk to our staff is always how can we do, what can we do to get better? Because I feel like in business and in life, really, if you're not trying to get better, usually you're getting worse. Rarely are you just kind of staying neutral. So we're always trying to improve. Where can we get, how can we get the food better? How can we get our service better? And just constantly trying to improve. And I think that shows. And we've got a really great group of talented, hardworking people that actually enjoy making people happy, which is in the service industry these days. I go to a lot of different restaurants, and I'm like, I think they hire warm bodies at a lot of places where it's like if
Okay.
you come in there and ask for a job, you get one. Where we're pretty selective, and we want to make sure that the people that work on our team actually want to do that job, and that they enjoy that.
And
The
they,
service industry is not
and
for
they
everybody.
stay because I see the same people there all the time.
Oh yeah, we've got people that have worked for us for over 20 years. And
Wow.
a lot of most of our management is 10 years and plus. So yeah, we when we find good people, we hang on to them, we treat them really well. And they're part of our team, and we have a real family atmosphere at our meetings. And we all work together really well. And it's been really fun, just the whole journey of being in business for these 26 plus years.
Well,
um
it's been fun for me and other customers too, enjoying it. But give an idea of what is on your menu. This goes if you go in to eat, carry out, or cater. So,
yeah, I mean, our menu is basically American barbecue. So we tried to take little bits of all the different barbecue that we loved and put it in one place. So we have 5 different sauces that kind of represent the different regions of American barbecue, where we've got Kansas City as our original. Our hot is basically our original with a bunch of spicy stuff to make it hot. We have a tangy vinegar barbecue sauce, which is kind of a Carolina style, a North Carolina style. We have a mustard barbecue sauce, which is more South Carolina and the western part of Carolina. And then we have a sweet, which is more kind of a Texas style sweet barbecue sauce. So try and represent, the South, Texas, and Kansas City, which are the main areas of famous barbecue places. And then with the meats, we do dry rub pork ribs, beef brisket, pork shoulder, barbecue chicken, and hot link sausage. And all of those are smoked for hours over hickory wood.
okay, well, not for HOA. The other night when I had barbecue, we got burnt ends too.
Yeah.
And those are really outrageous. I had
Yeah.
never tried.
Yeah, the burn ends were something we came up with the idea to put those on our menu. God, it was probably 15 years ago. We took a company trip every year. We take the staff, our management staff, on a trip, usually to some barbecue mecca. So this time we were in Kansas City, of course, which is your hometown.
It
And
is.
we were at a restaurant called Jack Stack, which is a really famous barbecue place there.
I know
And
some.
then
there.
we had arranged to get a tour of the kitchen from before we got there. We called ahead and said, hey, explained who we were and that we'd love to take our staff around and show them, what it looks like in a Kansas City barbecue kitchen. And the guys were really kind to us and they took us back there and they actually showed us how they made their burnt ends. And we're all like looking at each other like, we need to do this. So we put up burnt ends on our menu about 15 years ago, and that's the one item that we consistently run out of because you can't keep making those. Once they're
Yeah,
gone, they're gone. So we have certain customers that show up like as soon as we open and order a couple big full orders of them, and it's
I
been
after tasting it, I know why. Because we
yeah.
had that night, we happened to have had ribs and burnt ends, and I finally said, well, and we all said the burnt ends were just outrageous.
That's awesome. I love to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, so were the ribs, but
Yeah.
I thought, it's not going to be as good. It was. It was
Well, thank you so much.
well, and tell us about catering.
Catering is something that, we realized how big catering could be. Actually, when in 1998, the first year we were open, we got a call from this lady named Gabby Gourmet. And she said, hey, can you guys cater this? Like, there's these people that are doing a big party at the MLB All-Star game. Do you remember that? And you sent them our way, and they called us up and they said, hey guys, we need food for like, I think at the time they were saying they were throwing a party for like 10,000 people. And me and my brother were like, we were used to serving about 200 people a day on a really, really busy day. And we're like, how are we going to serve 10,000 people in a day? Not even in a day, in a few hours for this big party. And we ended up cooking for like 3 days in our restaurant and sleeping on the floor to cook our food. We didn't know what we were doing. We were so out of our minds, just trying to stay up. And the menu consisted of just baked beans and our barbecue beans and ribs for that event. But it was like a big fat check at the end of it, and we thought, wow. We actually ended up signing that check over to our dad to pay off the loan that he gave us to start our business.
Good for you. I don't think I ever heard that story.
Yeah, so we were like, here, that was like half the money he gave us was like gone, and we were like, there you go. So yeah, we kind of immediately realized how big catering could potentially be, and now we have a facility that's all they do. So we do our West Colfax. If you ever drive by Colfax and Winona in the Highlands, just like near the stadium there, that's our facility that we just do catering out of. We have our office there, and we have a staging area, and we have a full back kitchen where that's all, and all of our vans and everything and equipment and everything is stored there. And we do, some weeks catering is just as busy as or busier than any of our restaurants, especially this time of year. So anything from 10 people to, last year we did a Dish Network's annual company picnic, and it was, I think, 6,000 people. So we do really big events. We do full party planning, weddings. We can bring bouncy castles and funnel cakes and whatever cotton candy things. We have different vendors that we use to help us out with like those big events. And we can do, full bar service and all those things. So it's a big part of our business.
Well, as a customer, let me just add that when you deliver, you get it all set up with disposable things. Everything is marked. So the guest who's walking in sees what it is. You have little signs put out, and you even put out serving things. So, I mean, it's a pleasure when you come.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, the devil's in the details, right?
Well, yeah.
That's what we tell our guys, like even if we have a customer that comes into our restaurant and you give them great service and they have the best ribs they've ever had, and when they get up to leave, we're out of toothpicks. That might be the one thing they remember, that I went to a barbecue place and they didn't have any toothpicks. So everything's important, all those little details and the wet naps and the little
wet
signs
naps
you
are
mentioned.
really-
Yeah, like it just over the years we've come up, it's out of just trial and error and constantly having that mindset that we want to improve. we were like, well, let's put little signs so people don't have to constantly ask us like, well, what's this one and what's that one? It's like right there on the sign. So
Right.
people,
Well, that's, and I don't have to try to explain. If I'm
yeah,
the planned, half the times I don't recognize something. And it's
yeah.
all
We even
good.
have nutrition information as well. So for people that have certain food allergies and things like that.
Food
Um,
allergies fine. I don't go for nutrition when you order a delicious barbecue dinner.
no, yeah. But you know what? We do actually, I've lately been eating more like on the keto stuff. So I eat lots of barbecue and it still can be really healthy. If I stay away from the French fries and the potato salad, I'm good. And the bread and the cornbread and the
Oh,
banana pudding and the
and the chocolate,
and the
which
chocolate pudding.
really was good. We're not getting that because we're having ice cream. But when I tasted the chocolate pudding, I really was shocked as to how good it was.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. That's a fun little dessert too, with the Oreo cookies and the chocolate pudding and the whipped topping.
And you do have wine and beer at the store too.
We do, yeah. All the stores, we have a liquor license at every location, so you can get a beer. I don't know if we carry any wines. I
I,
think mostly beer. Um, no hard alcohol, even though we could. It's just not really part of our thing. It's more like if you want a beer with your barbecue, great. But we're more of like a not a place to hang out and drink, but a place to get great food. And if you want a beer with that, that's awesome. We can accommodate that.
I agree, and you do. So summer, it's open every day, 4th of July, whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we're open every day from 10 to 10. The only day of the year that we close is Christmas. Every single other day. We're even open on Thanksgiving for a half day for the smoked turkeys, which we'll talk
we
about.
always talk about that too. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's too early to think about that. I'm thinking about barbecue right now.
Yeah. Yeah. July 4th, fireworks, barbecue. There's nothing better than that.
Right, I agree. Well, give us an idea of locations. We know where you're open. You can get carry out, dine in, or you can order catering or parties.
Yeah, you can go to brothersbbq.com to figure everything out real quick. The locations are Monaco and Leedsdale, 6 in Washington, I-25 in Arapahoe, Broomfield, first in Wadsworth and Lakewood, um, Fort Collins on 2 US. What's the name of that? Um, uh,
Okay,
I'm having a blank spot there.
that's all
But
right.
then at the Denver airport at gate A73. So
From 10 to 10.
10 to 10 every day.
Okay. And they're wonderful. If you go to pick your stuff up, you do have delivery because I see huge vats of people's names that pick up and like
Yeah. Yeah, we do the DoorDash and the Grubhub and all those things. If you just need like a slab of ribs delivered, if you want food for a party, call us ahead and we'll deliver it for you. Um, we also have all of our bottled sauce available in every King Supers and City Market location in the state. So we have 3 of our flavors of sauce available at every King Supers.
good for you.
Looking to expand on that too. So the bottling company is starting to get busier and busier. So that's been fun.
Good for you. Listen, those 2 little boys from England, look what happened. Can't
Yeah.
wait, said the Jewish mother who loves ribs.
And Fort Collins is located off of South Taft Hill Road.
Oh, thank
Patty
you who's
from
ever
City Market.
telling us because I didn't know either. And
Yeah.
a
So
lot of them do have
to me.
patios.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Outdoor seating, indoor seating. We're just barbecue joints. They're not big places. They're more, especially, as you know, Monaco and Leedsdale, our original
Yeah,
location when we opened was only like 950 square feet. And we ended up taking over the space next door just a few years ago, actually. I think it was 2019. We took over it was a Dunkin' Donuts when we first opened. And then it was a check cashing place for a number of like 15, 20 years. And then they left and we took it over, and thank God, because we now have a bigger fridge and stuff like that. So it needed
Every
needed
time
an
I
update.
drive by there, I think about
Yeah.
it. I go to one closer to where I live now, but anyway, everybody who is watching this, it's fabulous, but please like and subscribe to the Gabb, GABB / Gourmet on YouTube. You'll see it there. I'm Gabby Gourmet on Facebook and Instagram. And I am at Brothers BBQ all the time because it's just plain wonderful. And now I have a new hangout where I go to Nuggs as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for making my summer so great.
You got it, Gavin. It's always so nice talking to you. We love you, and thanks for all the support over the last 26.5 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
many more to come.
And don't forget this Thursday, it's 4th of July and rib night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Come early because we're gonna be busy.
I can imagine. I may make a special trip even though the next party's happening soon. Have a great week.
You too, Gab. Thanks so much.
Love to all of you and everybody watching. I guess it'll be 4th of July before I see any of you again next Friday. So enjoy your holidays, stay safe. Nick, I'll see you, and so will everybody else. Much love. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.